tight at the top, and there's everything to play for. Lethal finish, fabulous centre-forward play for Malaga. Sevilla deadly in front of goal. Agareche cracks the code of the Atletico defence. Oh, what a finish! Super goal by Valencia.
This is how he likes it, Luis Suarez. He spots the man at the far post and it's walked in by Jordi Alba. And that lifts the pressure off Barcelona.
Ronaldo sets it up for Kroos. Superbly placed by Toni Kroos.
Yes, after the international break, La Liga returns and it's back with even more interest as a familiar face takes the reins at Real Sociedad.
You know, this job is really one which has really excited me. I believe this gives me a great opportunity, big challenge. I want to get back doing what I do. I'm really looking forward to showing them what we can do.
Xavi Pedro's cross, goal! Carlos Vela, big goal for Real Sociedad. Going to drop here for Vela!
Rising in, looking back, Agareche, oh, brilliant touch!
Yes, it's a new dawn for David Moyes tonight. 7 months to the day since parting ways with Manchester United. This evening he starts life as Real Sociedad head coach against Deportivo La Coruña. That's our final game of 3 this evening, live at 9. Before that, a mouth-watering match-up between Barcelona and Sevilla. Lionel Messi is still stuck on 250 La Liga goals, chasing the all-time record of 251. He faces a Sevilla side he's scored 18 goals against in his last 20 matches. That's at 7. But first, it's the league leaders Real Madrid against promoted side Eibar. They've made a great start to their first ever La Liga campaign. But can they contain the awesome attacking strength of Carlo Ancelotti's side, who are averaging nearly 4 goals a game? Due to broadcasting restrictions, we'll be joining that one at 5:15. So here's how things look at the top of La Liga. Real Madrid lead the way on 27 points. Atletico have just beaten Malaga by 3 goals to 1, so they go second, which means that Barcelona sit third for now. Valencia have had a fantastic start under Nuno Espirito Santo. They're fourth. And then come Sevilla and Malaga. In fact, just 7 points separate the top 7. And Athletic moved up to 9th after beating Espanyol 3-1 last night. At the bottom, promoted Córdoba are still without a victory this season. Levante and Elche make up the bottom 3. And David Moyes' Real Sociedad sit 15th, hoping their new boss can get them moving up the table and towards the European places. Yes, we've another bumper weekend of La Liga action to look forward to, and of course a huge night for David Moyes. For us, a very welcome addition to Spanish football. We wish him all the very best. Well, joining me throughout the evening, I'm delighted to say, is the former Barcelona, Borough, Chelsea and Liverpool star Bolo Zenden, plus World Cup winner Ozzy Ardiles. And Ozzy, David Moyes, Real Sociedad, does that feel the right fit for you?
Certainly, yes. I think we should stop calling David Moyes and we should start using his Spanish name, David Moyes.
I like it.
Yes.
That could catch on.
Definitely, yes. For me, it's a lot easier as well. It certainly fit, yes. It's the only chance he have, David, to be perfectly honest. The only chance, I mean, after being, he have been surely very, very disappointed in Manchester United, but now it's a big leap forward for him. It happened to all of us, to all managers. It reminded me very much when I was manager of Spurs. I mean, I was doing extremely well before I arrived in Spurs. It wasn't a happy time for me in Spurs, and after that, well, the only chance that you have, or the only option that you have, is carry on doing what you like more, and this is managing a team.
He said he'd had offers before, Bolo. He talked previously also of wanting to be with an ambitious club, one that fits him. Do you think Real Sociedad fits him?
Well, I spoke to him a few months ago when I met him, and he also said that obviously he would like to work abroad. If you look at it that way, it probably fits him. Why does it fit him? I think what he done with Everton was great. He got them into Europe a few times, and I think that's what he's seeking with this team. It's a young team, but a team that is there to be taken into the European spots. And They played there last year in the beginning of the season. I think he's there to put them there, back in that seat. But it's going to be hard for him, to be honest, because Spanish League is definitely different than Premier League.
In what way?
Well, the way they play. I think that David Moyes has to take the experience he took when he was playing in Europe with Everton. I think he should take that abroad while he's in Spain. It's much more tactical than in England. Sometimes in England you can just set out an easy 4-4-2, try to hit a long ball and try and win the second ball and put them under pressure there. In Spain, I don't think a lot of teams are afraid of that type of play. It's much more on the floor, and you have to be smart, not just as a player but also as a manager. We'll see how that goes down.
The side he takes over has only won 2 La Liga matches so far, Ozzy, and yet those 2 have been against the champions of Europe and the champions of Spain.
Yes.
And also coming back from behind both times. Why is that?
Well, that shows the potential of the team, to be perfectly honest. It's a wonderful club. It's a wonderful club. It's a great challenge for David. I mean, obviously he has maybe some other options and so on. Well, he has made a very thorough decision there. It's a team that, of course, they are waiting to, they're expecting the team to be in the top 6. That will be his realistic chance, his realistic opportunity.
Taking over from this position where they are right now?
Yes. At the moment it looks like they're a long way, but they have a very good team. They were, in fact, they paid the price at the beginning of the season because they were involved in Europe, and maybe the squad wasn't that big enough to play in Europe and to play in Premier League as well. But it's a very good squad, a pretty good squad.
Does it show, Bowler, that they've got the talent, but perhaps the lack of leadership, guidance, motivation, call it what you will, in the less glamorous games has been the problem?
Well, not just less glamorous. I think the other problem was them travelling. I mean, the games that they did win mostly came from the home games, but you have to try and show the similar kind of spirit when you're away from home. Sometimes also when you play away, the game changes. I mean, the players that play at home, sometimes they feel better. They're more likely to play more offensive, and if the players are not used to winning ways, you know, sometimes it's strange. When you're used to winning, then all of a sudden it becomes a habit, and you know what to do to grind out the result. And it's a young squad. I'm sure that they'll learn under David Moyes.
They have been conceding far too many goals as well, a goal a game and so on. And yes, of course, they traveling away from home, they have been pretty poor and so on. But they need a kind of injection of what David can do, I think. I mean, kind of Scottish manager, English manager, British manager, going to be a lot of more how you call it, a lot more intense. Every single thing that they do is going to be more intense. The players already are saying that in training. So it's a different. The pace that they are playing, the tempo they are playing is going to be much higher. So, well, like Paolo said as well, you have to be careful in Spain because it's different. However, that could be very good.
It could be indeed. Well, Guillaume's been out to the Basque Country to see just how David Moyes has been settling into life in San Sebastian, and of course ahead of his first game back in management.
So, David, this is your the training pitch, or one of the training pitches.
One of them, yes. Many of them up here. Built in a hill, as you can probably see. Different levels all over, but very scenic, very beautiful, and as you can see, great weather as well.
You've been already taking training sessions. You were already doing your stuff, already talking to the coaches, to everybody. How was it those first few days?
Very good, because the players were really looking forward to the work. I was fortunate, I got to watch 2 or 3 days training, so I got an idea, and I've got to say their training was very good. I'm here to make the team better. That's obviously what I've got to try and do. And they've been very good over the years, Sociedad, but they're not quite in as good a position. So, you know, they've only won 2 games this year, so we've got to make sure we pick that up quickly and get away from the relegation point. But I've got to say the players have been really good. They've been really receptive. You know, they're keen on the work we're doing. I think they've enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to working with them.
The team of Spanish football, Sky Sports, are really happy that you got this job, but you've given us much more work. Now we're even doing the Cup games, so we will be here for the Oviedo game in the Cup, but before it will be the Deportivo game away. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, it's my opening game here, and I have to sort of take it at a step at a time, because I'm having to use, we have the B team manager and his assistant who's helped me. They thankfully overseen the victory against Atletico Madrid in the last game before the international break. So I'll use their knowledge, I'll use their information about the team, the players, until I get a better idea of exactly how things are going. So they've been very good at the moment, but I know a little bit about Deportivo. We've had a good look at the tapes, albeit, you know, I've employed a new Spanish analyst, Spanish/English analyst, and you know, I've got my own sort of Jose Mourinho. I hope Jose doesn't mind me saying that. A new one who's called Eric, who's been fantastic in the way he's put things over for me and helped me an awful lot. So these are the things which, when you come away, I think you probably don't realise. And actually, this part of it is, I hope that in time that I'll be able to take this information back to the coaches, wherever it may be, and tell them, hey, when you do go to Spain or Germany, if you don't speak the language, here's the things which you may or not need. The people here have been great, and they've given me anything I want. They're making it work for me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I bet he is. Guillaume followed David Moyes throughout the whole week, and we can see how that week went in Revista on Monday. I don't think you want Guillaume following you too many times, though. Ozzy, I mean, David Moyes speaking very well there, and I felt throughout his time at Manchester United, under the pressure he was under, he always spoke very well. Do you feel that he feels he was harshly dealt with and that he's now got a point to prove?
He probably feeling that way, yes. But after saying that, I mean, already some time has passed, and he will be looking at. He surely made some mistake there, and no one better qualified than him to know what he did wrong. And
what do you think he did wrong, and what would he have learned from that?
Well, obviously he comes from Everton, where he was very, very successful. Coming to a team like Manchester United is a kind of complete different animal, if you want to put it like that, because the pressure that you have, to put it like that, to put it a little bit simple, for example, in a smaller club with respect to Everton, you have, say, one challenge or one problem a day. In a team like Manchester United, you have 4 or 5 a day. So it's suddenly the accumulation of things. If you don't stamp your authority right from the very first day, I don't think he did that. But like I said, he is the one that he will have all the answers and so on. All the other people that talk about that, they are just speculations.
He's talked about coaching abroad. You've touched on going abroad as well for him. In terms of the perception of British coaches abroad and coaching in Europe, how important is it that he does well, do you think?
It's always important. I mean, for Holland, we had the same thing. We had Gus Hiddink going everywhere and getting results. Van Gaal went abroad, got results. There's so many coaches that left and did well. And because of that, a lot of others followed their footsteps. Now, for British coaches, it could mean a hell of a lot if David does well at a club like Real Sociedad. I'm sure that people in Spain will be more open to receive British coaches. So yeah, of course it's important, and it's good as well. Let's say this, that David Moyes is taking this step, trying to see if he can deal with anything that comes at him in a different country, because it's not easy. The most important thing, I think, when you go abroad is that you have to adapt, but still don't lose your own ideas. But you have to adapt to a certain culture and a way of playing.
We shall see if he does that. That game, Deportivo La Coruña against Real Sociedad, is at 9. Before then, it's Barcelona against Sevilla at 7 o'clock. But right now, you have a choice to watch. Which Madrid club you want to watch? It's Atletico Madrid against Malaga. That game, of course, kicked off at 3 o'clock. Just press the red button and you can see that game in full. Or, right now, it is Eibar against Real Madrid. Gareth Bale standing over a free kick, just over 15 minutes gone. Your commentary team, Efan Okoko and John Driscoll.
What a great effort by Gareth Bale. Good save by Irueta.
Just as it approaches Irueta as well, to get good hand onto it. Yeah, dipping and swerving. What a strike that was. And Ronaldo really should be sending that one back across.
This is Toni Kroos to James. Cristiano Ronaldo. Marcelo getting forward. Waste of a ball. It's been pretty even, this game. Eibar playing at a high tempo. They're prepared to put a boot in. 1 or 2 strong tackles, nothing over the top. There's the Bale free kick. It was dipping and swerving, came back off the top of the bar.
Yeah, Sergio Ramos really just got to cushion that one back across goal. Got Ronaldo waiting in the centre for an easy tapping.
Good challenge. Abraham, fullback in this Eibar team tonight. All 11 of the Eibar players are eligible to play for Spain. 7 of them are Basques. Most of them have come through with the team in the last couple of seasons. Not a single one of them cost a penny in a transfer fee. So in that respect, Real Madrid are 400 million up. Here's Ronaldo. James Rodriguez looking for Bale to come around the back. Benzema was backing in, flattered on the back of the head by Abraham, the left back. They're both down.
And not only Abraham, John, but Gareth Bale as well. Compounded the problem. Teasing ball in from James, no pace on it. It was Gareth Bale's really. He was the one coming with some kind of speed and purchase.
He's going to need some treatment, isn't he? Abraham here is taking a blow to the cheek.
Yeah, onto the back of the head of Benzema. And that's really Gareth's ball. Didn't get across him to Gareth Bale.
Well, he's an athlete, Gareth Bale, isn't he? You know, if he smacks into the back of you, especially if there's somebody else's head waiting there to act as the other part of the sandwich. Rua Barrena receiving treatment as well, so there are 2 Eibar players down. Their squad doesn't run particularly deep. They did actually sign quite a few players, mainly on frees and loans after they were promoted. Their entire transfer budget was spent on just 2 players. Danny Nieto's on the bench, cost 150,000. Javi Lara 12,000. So that 162,000 between them is less than the weekly wages of 6 of these Real Madrid starting players. Abraham will be very keen to get back on again as soon as the blood has been stemmed. Rua Barrena's got a new pair of boots. And eventually we'll get back underway again. Abraham scored a really good goal against Atletico Madrid. Pirouette goes long, it's over the head of Rua Barrena.
Seems like a wasted goal kick, that, doesn't it? So many of the Spanish teams, of course, love to play out from the back. In terms of giving your team sometimes a little bit of time to get themselves coordinated again when they've been pulled around by such good players. Very beneficial.
There's Benzema. Pirouette comes and he tried it with his own player. No foul there. It was Albentosa who he hit.
A mistake in dropping it, but never easy when you're coming over the top of the defender. And positive defenders like that.
Foul by Sergio Ramos on Rua Barrena. Actually got the best yellow card record of all the teams in La Liga, Real Madrid. Even Sergio Ramos has been well behaved.
Well, there was a shoulder nudge there, and then Ramos just stuck his elbow into the neck, but he's holding his face. Rua Barrena. There's not much real contact.
No Real Madrid player sent off since March in the Clásico.
Plenty of time for that.
Saul. We're going to go around the back where Albentosa was forward. Hooked back in by Dani Garcia, and everybody points to Casillas. he's concerned enough to be on his feet, Ancelotti.
Yeah, he wants them to play out from the back. So, to play this near side, get it down to Marcelo.
It's a small pitch in a small stadium in a small town. Huge interest, though. You see, if the camera does pan upwards, you'll see the lots of flats fully occupied today. And one of the windows is Ander Kappa, who's switched flanks since a pretty promising start to the game. Real Madrid have won it back again with Dani Carvajal. Ronaldo's gone wide, lovely first touch, Ronaldo looking for Benzema, couldn't get his feet sorted, it's still there, James comes around the back and puts it in, help, they get no help, and Madrid have taken the lead.
Carlo Ancelotti, and we're thinking, well, finally we've made the breakthrough. Lovely play, great skill from Cristiano Ronaldo. Benzema's a mile offside. Surely he's a good yard or so in front of Cristiano Ronaldo. Get a little bit of luck, it just pops back up to back up to Ronaldo. And they've gone to sleep, they're ball watching, hoping for that flag to be raised. It wasn't. And James Rodriguez, easiest of tasks, past the goalkeeper, keeps his cool. Of course he does. He's fired into Karim Benzema, not easy to control that one. He'll reverse flick through his legs.
Well, they've got the massive financial advantage that we've talked about already. Don't really need much more of a helping hand, do they, from the officials?
No, well, how does the referee's assistant miss that one? Could see right along the line.
The two telltale signs in there, wasn't there? Benzema stops, and as soon as James does a sensible thing, of course, puts it in. First thing he does is look across to the assistant before he celebrates. No flag. There is a goal, Ander Kappa. Eibar have shown terrific resolve whenever they've been behind so far. Haven't had a chasing in any of their games.
Oh, there we go, nothing to obscure the referee's assistant's view. Ronaldo keeps it in. They've gone to sleep, they're appealing afterwards. As I've done it myself, you don't play to the whistle and you get punished.
Is Ander Kappa. Erasti. Alventosa spreads it out towards Abraham. Bale putting the pressure on. It was legitimate pressure. Little slip by Isco's given the midfield job. James who's come into the centre, really now Bobida. We know that he can strike a ball. Wasn't one of his better examples.
No, he's had too much time to think about it, John. Space opened up for him. Once again, the replay. It's such an easy decision. That's terrible officiating. I think Ronaldo does keep that second ball in. James Rodriguez keeps his cool, keeps it down, and it's in the net.
Seems to have an invisibility cloak as far as assistant referees are concerned. Karim Benzema, there was one in the Rayo game when he was offside, and that came a really short time after Leo Baptistao had been flagged offside when he got the ball in the back of the net, and he was half a boot offside. Ander Kappa and Bobida sliding challenge by Marcelo's just a corner.
Took the ball. Just run away from Bobida. Good tackle.
Second corner of the game for Eibar. They produced some pretty inventive free kicks this season. And corner routines as well. So, for Keitha, who got something on that one. He got a bit sucked in there, Eibar. And that can be dangerous, crucial. Interception by Ander Kappa. The second challenge was a wild swipe. Good work by Bobida.
Just never got that counter-attack under control, Real Madrid. The body's there. Speed merchants were onto it. Benzema and Ronaldo.
It's Danny Garcia doing really well to close down Carvajal. Bale with high feet. Ref says play on. Nikita to Alventosa. And again, Marcelo feeling the pressure.
I think it's a good move actually to have Kappa on his side. Obviously he's an attacking threat, keeps Marcelo honest defensively, stops him entering forward so much so quickly. Of course, Carvajal does a good job for Real on that side anyway.
Bobada's throw, and again Alventosa's forward for them. Really got to be careful, haven't you, taking a central defender out. But they're quickly back. Saul turns it back to Irueta. Shame for Eibar, they're missing their Italian striker Federico Pierbacari. He's a real bustling centre forward. Really suits their style of play. You could almost say it's a British style of play. They try to keep the tempo high, not the same focus on ball retention that we usually get in La Liga.
You know, you still need to have the quality though, John, especially in the final third. In the middle, of course, it's important. With the ball is less tiring, of course, and chasing it. And as I said early on in the game, you need to have that reward as well. And maintain that belief that way that you can actually get something out of the game. Not had it so far. Tested Casillas, of course.
The supporters try and keep a little bit of pressure on. Aristocratic visitors. Sergio Ramos. A miscontrol there by James. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Got a remarkable record of scoring against different teams. Eibar's the 52nd different team that he's faced as a Real Madrid player. He's recently just added goals against Cordoba, Ludogorets, Basel and Liverpool. That takes him to 50 out of 51. And a Kappa. Now there's a flag up here. He was played in quickly again. There's a chance for Saul. Now the flag is up this time. That was a chance. This would have counted.
Yeah, it's been flagged for offside. Good ball in from Kappa. He was offside. He gets in front of Carvajal, but a little bit too early. Good save from Casillas. He didn't know the flag was up. Yeah, they want a yellow card for a shirt tug by Marcelo. Good play from Erasti, wins the ball. He's looking for a foul as well.
Typical signing, Johnny Erasti by Eibar, released by Real Sociedad. Ronaldo fighting with Abraham.
Yeah, right. You can see the funny side. It was never a foul. Well, in the eyes of the man in green it was. Just about keeping himself on side, Ronaldo. As well, Abraham commits himself but gets there. Ronaldo stays on his feet. Doesn't win anything.
He's just had the yellow card at the referee. Was that for Irueta?
I wonder if it's for back chat.
This is his 200th match with Eibar. Xavi Irueta, when he made his first, the idea that his 200th would be against Real Madrid would have just seemed a ridiculous dream.
I was going to say, yeah, you can dream.
James to Marcelo. Toni Kroos. Isco. To Karim Benzema. He's got the time and space to turn.
Didn't see much of that, John. That was a great touch from Benzema. He wanted to play that first time. And the ball just sat up, he just cushioned it. Just withdrew his foot a little bit, cushioned it, killed it dead and turned the other way.
Manu Del Moral and Bovida under Kappa. Smartly done, he's away from James. Bit of skill by Manu Del Moral. Leaves nobody else really in the centre-forward position. Arua Morena's stepped in there now. This is tidy play. Manu Del Moral again to Kappa. That's what I was saying about ball retention. Just happy to just get that one up, cleared, and then battle for the next ball.
Yeah, in that situation, I don't think there's any problem with that. Montosa's got Benzema breathing down his neck. They're still patient enough in the final third, though, Eibar. Just slinging the ball in, especially when there's not too many bodies in there.
So winning back again. Andy Garcia tried to set him away first time, but wasn't of a mind to turn and chase. Isco. If you haven't seen the goal that he scored for Spain against Belarus, you should look it up. Ronaldo away from Abraham. He's got Benzema waiting. The goalkeeper's it slipped through his fingers.
I shouldn't be dropping that. Comes out completely unchallenged. Great play from Ronaldo. Cuts a great ball back. Doesn't get off the ground, does he? Just he's inches off the ground. No real elevation.
And he's not a big man either. Quite lucky to be playing in La Liga, really. Xavi Irueta. Ronaldo's wrestling. Comes to Isco. It was deflected, well charged down by Erasti. It's a corner.
The ball was rising anyway from Isco. Not sure it would have hit the target.
Marcelo's in space. Didn't get it up off the ground really enough. Isco can have another go. Changes the angle. It's a lovely ball across. And a good save this time. Sergio Ramos denied by Irueta.
Yeah, it's good keeping this time round. Given a chance because it wasn't a clean strike from Sergio Ramos. Good header from Pepe. Yeah, a little bit behind him. Not easy for the centre-half. Gareth Bale just waiting to pounce. In case the keeper drops that one. Pops it up into the air. And the second attempt gathers it.
And that time the defensive organisation went wrong, didn't it? It was just Bovida left in playing, I think, 3 or 4 of the white shirts on side. Had a great defensive record in recent years. Irueta, as I say, match number 200.
Ouch. Nearly hits us, John.
Goal number 165 conceded. Doesn't happen at the Bernabeu, that.
It's no nonsense.
So just clip the heels of Danny Pavard.
It's a huge night for everybody connected with the football club. Don't want to perform poorly, get thrashed. So far, no sign of that happening.
Oh, that's a good effort by Gareth Bale. First time. Quick, powerful, and inventive. Just wide.
And instinctive. Well, the goalkeeper got set. He's slashed that ball across. It'll be covered anyway, even if it's on target.
Scored on his return to action. Gareth Bale last week scored early, actually. Ronaldo scored right at the end. Mistake by the goalkeeper, still desperate. And this was 4-1 up against Rayo Vallecano with a few minutes to go. Still desperate to score a goal. His 23rd of the season.
Yeah, he wasn't a happy man before then, was he? Still performing, doing his job, but you can see he was ready to pout if he'd not got that late goal.
Bale. Ronaldo is waiting into the penalty area. James. Nice little scoop over the top for Gareth Bale. This time the offside was spotted by the assistant.
We've shown that kind of pass before. He's onside.
Yes.
Right on the line. At Anfield when Ronaldo clipped a beautiful ball. And that eventually past Millionaire for Liverpool.
This 13-game run of victories includes 9 of them in La Liga, 4 in the Champions League, 7 straight away wins, all at the back of, if you remember, back-to-back defeats against Real Sociedad and Atletico. Here's Saul. Abraham is there in support, the left-back. It's going the wrong way now. Nice bit of skill, though. Isco doing his defensive dirty work very well.
Yeah, good play all round. Brown did well to support his teammate Sal. The kind of work you would expect from Isco, but he's doing a good job for the team.
He's got to do it, hasn't he, with Luka Modric out for potentially up to 3 months. They were wearing T-shirts expressing their solidarity with the Croatian. And go around the back. The idea is to isolate a player. It's just ever so slightly overhit.
And probably just hit a little bit too early as well. Tuchel wasn't quite in position. But a mixed evening so far, hasn't he, Irueta, and the Eibar goal?
I think every time I've seen him play, he's had a mixed evening. Some good things, some bad things. He's exciting. Not necessarily what you want from a goalkeeper.
No, yeah.
Goes into that penalty area again. Sergio Ramos who cleared. And the Kappa leaves it. Boboda's got the long throw.
If they're brave enough to get midfield plays forward, but I can sense something might happen for them.
Appeals for the handball, and it was spotted at his free kick. Good position, 5 minutes to go in the first half.
It'd be a mammoth task for Erasti and Garcia to actually hold this Real Madrid midfield or the forward line. Advertent handball from James.
He's got a yellow card though. There was a spell for a year or so in which they were booking.
Yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it? Any touch of the hand.
Well, sort of. It was never particularly evenly applied, even then. Pepe given the job of marking Raul Alventosa. Abraham is the man with the cultured left foot, the man with the rapidly growing eye socket as well. It's painful. He leaves it to Saul. Trying to isolate. They run on the edge of the penalty area is Bovida, the right back.
He said about the inventiveness they have from free kicks, John. That was a great example. You just swing that ball into the box in between the goalkeeper and the defenders. Well thought out, but well spotted from Marcelo. It's enough to put Bovida off. They don't look out of the game, do they? They're not deflated yet. The goalkeeper's not been overworked. Still hope for them at Real Madrid, as I said, just maybe a little bit complacent in half-time.
Oh, it's a lovely play, and Carvajal. Pull back to Ronaldo. Oh, what a finish. Cristiano Ronaldo chalks up another goal against another opponent. There's just no stopping him. Wonderful finish, his 24th goal of the season. Incredible, just 17 and a half games into the campaign.
Well, I spoke too soon, John. That word deflated may now be applicable. Finally a smile from Carlo Ancelotti. And real goal scorers can do this. This ball is not great for him. It's a little bit behind him. He just digs it out. It actually hits his standing foot, I think. So there's a large element of luck about that. Yeah, it's an awkward bobble it takes up. Quite see that? Yeah, I think it comes off his left foot. Hits it with the right. Maybe comes off the left. Past Irueta, yeah. Finally, Ancelotti, some kind of relief going into half-time. What a sickener for Eibar.
Well, they've had a bit of luck about both goals, Real Madrid. They really don't need luck, do they? He doesn't need any luck. Cristiano Ronaldo. I was giving him credit for a deliberate scoop, but I think you're right. I think there was a little bit of fortune about it. Now it's a real test for the supporters, isn't it? Who have gone a little quiet. Test for the players who haven't really been outplayed and outclassed in games before. They've played at Barca and they played Atletico.
They wouldn't have been happy going in 0-1 down at home, of course, but there was, you know, this is Real Madrid after all, European champions. You know, we're in a good position. The second goal, real killer for them. Dampens the mood, dampens the spirit. They would have probably been seen jogging off at half-time. I wouldn't be surprised if a few of them just trudge off. Goal-scoring machine strikes again.
Should be a little bit of stoppage time to come. The injury, particularly to Abraham. Isco trying to slow that tempo down now. This is where Eibar got to dig into their reserves.
There's not too much to do, Isco, defensively. Alongside James Rodriguez and Toni Kroos. It'll be tougher battles, of course. Further down the line of the season, Modric is out for quite a while. Khedira probably has to play a role in some of those bigger matches.
Ronaldo made some room by shaping as if to shoot. Bale just lets it run out of play because he knows it's a corner. Should be... Oh no, it's not. Don't complain too much, Gareth. I think the carelessness of that assistant referee has done Real Madrid a favour earlier.
Bovida with a challenge on Ronaldo. That's why he was holding his back. He landed awkwardly. He wasn't ready the contact from the defender.
Halfway between Bilbao and San Sebastian. The small town of Eibar. The players live in or around the town. Sleep at the ground sometimes after away games. Well, that might be a thing of the past. If they stick around in the top division, there's only so much it can grow. It's such a small place. Given handball against Ronaldo. that's half-time. Well, when you're giving away 400 million euros of advantage in transfer fees, you need a little bit of luck, and Eibar haven't really had any. James Rodriguez put Real Madrid in front, even though Karim Benzema looked pretty obviously offsides. That was 1-0. Ronaldo with the second, yet another goal for him, and Real Madrid on their way perhaps to yet another victory. Half-time, Eibar 0, Real Madrid 2.
Well, you think so, but it is an amazing story that little Eibar are even in the top flight. They might feel hard done by to be 2-0 down against the mighty Real Madrid, though. We'll get the thoughts of Bolo and Ozzy in just a couple of minutes' time, where Real Madrid had been the better side, but luck with both goals. Should have been offside with the first, the old 1-2 from Ronaldo with the second.
Sponsored by Bet365.